Hello, and thank you for joining me for this episode of LSU Online and Continuing Education's Faculty Designer Showcase Series. My name is Lynn Nahmens, and I am the Assistant Director of Learner and Career Pathways. Today, I am joined with Dr. Charles Berryman, the Chair of LSU's Bert S. Turner Department of Construction Management. Dr. Berryman is a strong advocate for building programs that address industry needs and awarding credit for students' prior knowledge and experience. To get us started, Dr. Berryman, can you provide an overview of your department and the types of programs you all offer?
Yes, I can. Our program started back in 1972. That was our first graduating class. And it was only one. It was a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. It eventually evolved a decade ago into adding a Master of Science and then adding a post-baccalaureate certificate about 8 years ago. And then we added a PhD program. And then I went a little step further and started working on training ideas with the micro-credentials through continuing ed. So we go from a long range of student learners, depending where they're at in their stage of life.
That is excellent. It's a very broad program portfolio that you all have. And I know that part of your program decisions and how you decide what curriculum to offer is with your relationship with industry partners. So why do you think it is so critical right now for curriculum to align with the needs of the workplace and industry?
Well, if we didn't do that, nobody would be coming into our programs. That's for starters. The industry has been very valuable to help us develop these programs. They are the ones that are the drivers and the need. What are they needing in their corporate world? We have the Construction Industry Advisory Council that works side by side with us with the Curriculum and Accreditation Committee. When we decided to split up and start making areas of emphasis, we call them industry emphasis areas, the industry wanted different areas of construction types. So that would be commercial, industrial, heavy highway, and residential. And they helped us develop that course pathways. They work with us really well, and we really appreciate what the work they do and their emphasis on us and our deliverables.
Do you find that those industry partners are a driver of students as well? Do you have a direct pipeline to their employees? Are they sending employees to your programs for education?
It's a good question. Actually, yes. Especially at the post-baccalaureate certificate level, I do know that there are several companies that are sending their accountants, their lawyers, people that are not in the construction industry into our post-baccalaureate construction management, be able to understand their business a little better. And it's pretty fascinating to see that that's catching on with other companies. They're seeing one company do it, another company goes, that's a good idea. So they're sending other folks. So it's a feeder definitely for the post-baccalaureate.
Do you think you see that jump in enrollments due to the close connection with industry and in working with them to develop these new programs, new specializations, and really tying your curriculum to those skills?
I believe tying the skills to the curriculum or what the skills needed to the curriculum is one big benefit, because the employees know what they're getting because they're the help develop it. There's something else I haven't said is that not only do we have our Construction Industry Advisory Council help us with our curriculum, the accreditation that we hold right now from the American Council for Construction and Education, ACCE, is actually half academics and half industry. And so when they develop a set of standards, the standards are based on what industry wants, because the accreditations does the same thing that we do internally with the Construction and Industry Advisory Council. So we've got industry not only at a local level, we got industry at the national level that are helping develop our core curriculum.
So what advice or feedback would you give other faculty and other departments regarding the connection and relationship between industry and academia?
Well, if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to partner with them, because they're the ones that know what the kind of product they want. And your job is, as an academic, is to make sure that the students are successful when they graduate from your program. If you don't, industry is not going to come pick them up. Industry will go somewhere else to find these students, and you'll be left with a little less than a happy set of students when they graduate and find out they can't find a job. Right now, right now our students are getting 3 and 4 job offers, and this is at the sophomore or junior level as interns.
Wow.
Because what they're doing is, I even know one firm that gets them right after their freshman year and starts working with them to train them in their company aspect. And by the time they finish their senior year, they're ready to go in as an estimator, scheduler. They hit the ground running because they already know the processes and procedures of the company. So they're not grabbing our students at the senior level. They're not hiring them at the senior level. They're hiring them all the way back to freshman, sophomore year as interns. So it's a very good, lucrative, I should say, recruiting tool for the industry, because they know what they're getting from the students, and that's why they're helping the students as they work along their path toward their diploma.
Yeah, that's amazing. So when you get that feedback from your industry partners, how do you and your faculty approach those curriculum decisions into what to include in the individual courses?
The Construction Industry Advisory Council, CIAC, has a committee called Accreditation and Curriculum. They are the ones that review our courses, they review our materials. We send out surveys to the industry. We get back a lot of comments from industry. They take the survey, then review the survey. They tie that in with our current curriculum, and they make a lot of suggestions. In fact, we just got one finished for the Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. That one just finished up. The curriculum at the Accreditation Curriculum Committee gave us a 2-page report, what they would like to see that would be beneficial to that degree program. And so now we're taking that information, then those suggestions, we're going to meet with the faculty. Faculty is going to review them, and then we're going to incorporate those changes or suggestions possibly into our strategic plan update. So everything that happens that we do, we continually update based on industry needs and industry feedback.
That's great to hear. So is part of that preparing students for industry recognized credentials? Do you embed any certifications into the curriculum?
We have in our safety courses where they take a safety course. Embedded in that is the Occupational Safe and Healthy Administration certificates of occupational safety specialists and a construction safety and health certificate if they take a second class that we have in there. So this is pretty much embedded inside of it. We also have at the senior year, the students will take the American Institute of Constructors Level 1 Certified Associate Constructor exam. If they pass that, they will receive that designation. But the curriculum is packed full of different types of certifications or opportunities to become a little step above minors, a step above what they would normally have in a standard Bachelor of Science curriculum. You don't see that in the United States.
And do your students see the value of that in their degree programs? When
I visit students, especially the ones that come in the first time around, they don't have a clue of what we have embedded into the undergraduate degree program. So after I talk them through the curriculum, what's involved, what's integrated in it, they're pretty excited to know that when they finish, they're going to have one heck of a resume when they get out. And the students do. I mean, you take a look at their resumes, it's a pretty impressive resume when it's all said and done. By the time they get their diploma, it's pretty impressive.
Very, very interesting and very beneficial for your programs and your students. And the industry recognizes those as well?
Oh, yes. And the industry, they're the ones that helped us to figure out which minors we were going to put in. They assisted us with American Institute of Constructors because they subsidized that exam. They're very much on safety. So the safety classes, the OSHA safety classes, they were right there with us, guiding us on these exams, these certifications, these minors. So it wasn't just thought up by the academics. This was industry leading us into these areas.
Excellent. Do you have any final thoughts or advice for other faculty or other departments regarding the critical need to align to industry or anything else that's on your mind that we haven't already discussed?
I can say that if another program or another department is not utilizing their industry, they're going to fall behind the curve pretty fast, because once you learn that the industry can help you out with your curriculum, and you find out that the students learn that they're helping you out with a curriculum, they're going to go far with that. It is almost imperative to partner with industry to make things happen, because they can help you along the way. Because I can honestly say, when academics get in a room by themselves, they can be dangerous. So it's always good to have industry in there to bring them back down to reality and be able to move the program in a direction that would best suit the student and best suit the firms that hire these students.
Thank you so much for your time today, Dr. Berryman. This was excellent, and I've enjoyed speaking with you about this.
Yeah, no problem.